Okay, so I'm here in Key Largo at a nice little park, and doing a little video editing today. So I have a little video on the iguanas I've seen in Florida, and so they've been pretty much from Venice is where I originally saw them at a little park in south of there. So they seem to be pretty prevalent and all down through the Keys. I've seen them. You see them as roadkill here and there, and yeah, so anyway, took a little footage of them here and there where I've seen them, and they're a little bit entertaining at times. So anyway, just wanted to share a quick little video on that. And so yeah, things are going good. I'm having a good hair day, I think, and been playing around with the mustache a little bit, doing a little handlebar thing. So when you're on the road, you can just have fun just doing silly little things. So I'm enjoying that. So anyway, meandering back north, been down to Key West, and just heading back up north. So good times. So enjoy the footage of these crazy little iguanas. So in this little clip, I was just hanging out in a little park around Bonita Springs, Florida, and there was some activity up in the trees, and I looked up, and there was an iguana just kind of cruising around. So they're almost like the squirrels of Florida. And so he was just climbing around. They're fairly agile, pretty well equipped to just navigate the arboreal habitat. And this was another not too far from the one that we just saw. And I think this was a male. The males are pretty brightly colored with orange, which we'll see later. But he's just hanging out, getting a little sun. So being a reptile, they always have to thermoregulate. And so he was just hanging out there. So here, I think the ones that are like primarily green, they're a little smaller. I think those are the females. So this was just a little kind of residential area with some palm trees, and there were a few either immatures or females climbing around on the palms. And they were good at just clambering around there. So these iguanas are probably, I don't know, 3 feet long with the tail, 3-4 feet. And surprisingly, they're a little, they're pretty skittish around humans, so they're definitely wild. And this was a male, again hanging up atop of a palm, catching some sun. So you can see a little bit of the coloration there, and they have some larger spines coming off their backs. And so you can see he's definitely watching me. So it took a little while to get some footage of this guy, because he kept running off, and then I'd leave, and then he'd come back out in the sun. So yeah, they're definitely scared, but you can see the orange on him there. It's a beautiful orange. And then he has the big flap, throat flap. Yeah, I got a little too close, and then he wanted to get out of sight. So I heard this crashing around up in these royal palms, and this was way up there. And there was this massive male iguana just laying out sunning on the end of a frond. So this was actually on Key West in a little mangrove area in a park, and there was just a female laying on the branches over the water, and she looked pretty plump, so she might have been gravid and just staying warm there in the sun. And this was also on Key West, another male up in the palms. They really seem to like palms. It seems to be a safe place, but a couple occasions I didn't get footage of it, but males being really combative, and they're extremely territorial. So there you can see there was some head bobbing, so that's kind of a territorial display. And then this was kind of a nice scene with the little male iguana over the ocean there. And you can see him do a little head bobbing here in a moment with their throat flaps. So it's a territorial display or mating display. And that was it. Cool iguanas.